go.
Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Monday. I hope everyone has had a great day today. I did. I got to play Nicodemus over on Corsair's Cove again, so I'm happy.
Very fun.
It was a lot of fun. I love playing my poor elephant shrew wizard. Might bring my Magica here at some point, and I will definitely look into bringing Humblewood here at some point. Humblewood species are a lot of fun to play with. But yes, we are back here again with Rails of Mourning, our Pulp Noir Eberron campaign. First of all, I'm gonna do Corsair's Cove before I forget. There we go. And before I forget, the music you're listening to right now is by Aaron Kenny. It's called The Black Cat, and you can find it over at the YouTube library of royalty-free music. The music and sounds during the game will be by Sirenscape. The overlay, starting soon screen, and the map, and the character stat stuff were made by me in Incarnate. The beautiful character art for everyone involved, including me down there, was made by Nat. You can find his stuff over there if... Let me go see why Nightbot is being a dumb.
I'm terribly sorry.
Nightbot!
Image in chat, by the way, that I think you guys might enjoy. It's topical. Andy, I also accidentally sent it just directly to you.
Nightbot.
There it is! Holy Christ, Nightbot! That was a little bit of a delay. Yes, check Nat out. He makes the cool stuff. If you want to catch up with what we've been doing in the past few sessions, that's still not how you spell the YouTube, or any other D&D campaign or RPG that we've been running on this channel, you can find it over on our YouTube channel. And if you want to come and just hang out, we have a Discord. Oh, and if you want to see what you can do to help or hinder the party, you can type in !perks in the chat, such as the hero points, the red diamonds over the character portraits. And it can be used to help, or look, that can be used to stabilize a character that is on death saves, succeed but not crit on a roll, ability check or a save, or petition the DM for shenanigans, such as what happened last time, where the diamond was used for the bard to make a deal. That will absolutely, definitely not in any way, sense, shape, or form backfire in the future.
I am now just wondering how my friend feels about what I have done.
Well, we'll find out.
Yes, we will find out all the consequences.
Where we last left our intrepid heroes.
Heroes with huge air quotes.
Hey,
We're all
we've been
heroes
very
in our
heroic.
stories.
True.
You take that back, Cesarin.
You're a hero in your own story.
No.
Yes.
Surely, if you're not a hero, you're an anti-hero in your own story.
Yes, that's better.
Frankly, it sounds cooler.
Yes.
I'll take it.
That implies there's a middle ground. At what point are you neither?
When you're an
Very dead.
NPC.
Ambivalent?
I also love the fact that there's a quote somewhere out there where you're basically like, nah, all that protagonist stuff are for teenagers. I'm happy being an NPC.
Yes, I don't remember where I saw that the first time, but
No,
that was useful,
yeah.
and it's amazing.
But we're all here to tell stories, and let's go around the party, introduce ourselves, and then get a recap of what happened last time. Andy, that way. Who are you and who you playing?
My tummy itches.
Oh no.
He's playing a cat.
rumbly in your tumbly.
I'm Andy, and I'm playing Claren, the slightly deranged, but still convincing himself that he's socially functional, illusionist, wizard, and aspiring to be a diplomat.
All right, Terris.
Hello, I am Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. Today I am playing Oren Weaver, the albino drow bard who is playing Nana Nitz, the albino drow little old lady.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Psycole.
Hi, I'm Well, no, that's not what. No, I am Psycole. I'm one of those words. Today I am playing Remus Dawn, one half of the Kalishtar twins in this party. I am playing a barbarian, which means I am resistant to everything, providing I am angry.
I know something you're not resistant to, but we'll get to that.
What?
Boredom.
Oh, that too.
He also can't resist. He also can't resist albino drow bards. I think.
Yeah, he's definitely got. I'm sure there was definitely a slip of the tongue at some point, but anyway.
Ooh, do tell.
Speaking of slip of the tongue, and in relation to albino bards,
down Nana Nit's throat. Yeah.
We've only just begun.
Nat, who are you?
Hello, I'm Nathan.
Romulus the Granny Chaser.
I play Romulus the Granny Chaser. Hexblade Warlock.
That didn't make it better.
It really didn't, did it? Let's continue.
And hi, I am Ardana or Joe or Oyu. The majority of my players have any say in that. I am the GM and channel runner around these parts, and the person people think is actually in charge of this group.
I mean, you're the warden.
Ooh! Yes. I'm the warden and the gatekeeper to make sure they don't run amok in the real world. Ooh, nice.
I come to this to play a barbarian, so I can let out the anger and frustration of where I work and real life.
I mean,
If I
yes,
don't
that's
get
true.
something to smack this session, expect me to find something to smack this session.
Oh, there might be something to smack this session.
I'll grab you to smack you with.
So I've been toying with the idea of letting my players name the NPCs that we're fighting after people they hate.
Ooh,
Much like
that's a good one.
much like a certain thing that Carnis just showed me.
Oh, I can't watch that. It's gonna fuck up the cameras. But yes, anyone want to give us a recap of what happened last time?
Yes, sorry, I'm
Shenanigans.
typing it all up as I speak. So we've got the notes at the same time. Let me just check for something first. Okay, so we start with Remus being caressed, or feeling like he's being caressed by a female dragon, whispering into his ear to tell him to destroy her in reference to silence.
Oh yes.
Yeah, have you forgotten your own intro?
No, I have not forgotten my intro. I was not picturing a dragon.
Oh, I was picturing the dragon. Well, at least I thought it was the dragon. If I'm not, then
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
obviously
it is a
heavily mistaken.
dragon. It was just that when you said that, it was not a dragon in my mind. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
today.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what this stream's gonna be?
We're all in the gutter.
We're
Like
all-
it's any different from any other stream.
I mean, I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning, and
Yeah.
fell asleep closer to 5. So I've had about 2 hours of sleep. So
We're in the same boat.
So I'm just going to preface this whole scenario that in the very likely event that things will go slightly wonky, I'm going to use that as an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Yes, continue the recap. Sorry.
Yes, that's fine. Remus did not get the chance to kill Silence because Craren decided to throw a gob of acid in her eye instead, and killed her instead.
Clean through
Unsure
her
what was.
skull.
Yes. Unsure what was going on with the Wraith and the Shadow, Oren tried to take one over by sacrificing some blood to the Void, which we later find out is a well of Mabar. They're hit by 2 seconds. They're hit by a memory of silvery forests, elderberry, and juniper, and that kind of makes them. I don't know. I can't remember what that bit was. I've typed it out. I've written it down. I still haven't got a clue. Craren then gets whammied by the Shadow and is strength sapped. Before we finally deal with the Shadow with some Eldritch Blasts, I believe. 2 additional guards hear the ruckus and turn up, which get successfully talked about down by Craren, and then we say that we meet them in the middle of the prison, and we do some investigating of Silence's corpse, where we find her contract with, I am going to mispronounce this name, Eberron?
Yeah.
In exchange for feeding the well. And Lynette decides to drop a whole shit ton of lore on us, revealing that she is some sort of chained demon succubus hybrid, that Silence helped make the sword and helped place Lynette inside the sword with the help of an elf at the tower, at which point Craren dials up his Rolodex of wizards in his brain and figures out that that's probably Mourning the Flesh Wielder, who was part of the Wizard Circle in Charm but was ousted for using his magic on living creatures, and is most likely residing in Mourning's Hall, but a few short days from where we are currently residing.
Yeah.
We have a conversation with the guards before, with a little bit of supposition about the power vacuum and a few other bits and pieces, and then decide that it'd be a good idea to go up and have a chat with Rust. And so that's what we do. Remus does his usual donkey impersonation and carried both bodies up out of the tower. We then went to have a quick conversation with Rust, and that is where we left it.
Nice. Yes, you can have a point of inspiration. And roll me a D100, please.
Oh, okay. I need to bounce the inspiration, so feel free to anybody that would like it to take it. 55 on a D100.
All right. Thank you. So, yes. If we are all as comfortable as we are going to get.
Starting by rolling die before we have even started doing other things. No, that's not any nuance of comfortableness. Thank you very much.
No, so
I'm
Terris
frightened.
redeemed a secret menu item in the chat.
Mhm.
And what you were rolling for was if it was going to this campaign or the other one.
And
It's going to this campaign because it was 50% or higher.
shit. We're in trouble.
No.
Could be.
You could be, yeah. But, like I said, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started. Grabbing my notes, there you are. It's quiet. Not the kind of quiet you're used to or know, Romulus. Not the type of quiet of not hearing thoughts or not being connected. Because you don't really know how that is like, or what that is like. Always having at least one voice, or murmur, or language filtering through your mind. No, this is a scared kind of quiet. Your mind is silent because you can feel that Lunette is scared, hurt, hiding somewhere in the back of your mind. Your mind is on fire with white and blue flames from below, and Lunette is hiding from them. Hiding from the flame. No, not the flames. Hiding from the light dancing along the blade's edge when you summon it. The woman, Silence, that you killed, lies dead, and your mind is absorbing her namesake as fever chills rack through your mind, your soul, and up and down a blade you no longer hold in your hand. As you look around in the room, you see the tiefling broken on a table, Sarid, the half-orc, on the floor next to said table, your brother and your companions standing in the room. What do you do?
I'm not sure if it's only on my end, but at some point, when you speak, Ardana, there is a small reverb, and not reverb, not on you, but it's more of a I hear you as a delay from something else, and I can't figure out where it's coming from.
Oh no.
Like very
Glad this gives me time to think.
but yes, very muted, and like 1.5 2 second delay, and it's not because you're in the office. It's more of a I hear you in the headphones, and then I hear you in the headphones again 1.5 2 seconds later, but at a very much lower volume. I'm not
Do you
sure
have
if
Twitch open?
yes, but I also have Twitch on my headset, which is on my desk, and I also have the sound muted.
Let me see.
So what I'm sort of after is more of a I wonder if that is carrying through, to stream, or if it's just something that I hear.
I can't.
It's not a big thing, but it will also sound, if it is carrying over to the stream, it will sound weird on the recording. That sort of
True.
Thing I'm getting at.
Let me. I can't listen to it right now because it's.
If it goes away, it does. If not, I'll ping you on like Signal or something.
Okay, I'm trying to find if there's something doubling up on my end.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any doubling when I unmuted the stream, so.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not doubling on stream, we're fine. It's annoying, but we're fine. And that gives us time to fix it. So, yes, Romulus.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just to recap.
Yes.
She seems scared of the white and blue flame thing every time I summon the blade. And now there's this like silence in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Okay.
It's the kind of quiet of someone trying to hide.
Oof.
And be quiet. Because of that.
I was not prepared for this intense of a start. Oh, this is cool. Okay. I walk over to Remus and through the mind link, I can't inform him that Lynette seems afraid that the flames scare her, and right now it just sounds the silence feels like she's trying to hide from whatever these flames are, whatever this sword is or was before she was put into it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
and he holds his hand out. Are you going to give it to me? I'll take it downstairs and put it inside one of the holes, and then we never have to see her ever again.
I'm not prepared for any of this today. Yeah, but isn't that the whole? Isn't our whole point of Because if you throw her in a hole or in the hole, what are the chances I could just summon the sword again?
I mean,
Because I've got that bracelet,
always-
don't I?
we can always experiment, and I can take the bracelet and also put it in the flames. And find a hole where they are and just leave her to roast.
That's an option, but
Don't make me hit you again.
no, I very much want to the sword in itself is handy. I would like to get rid of the demon inside the sword. So if I could do that, that'd be good, because otherwise I'll be at a bit of a disadvantage. But the fact that we know something that seems to scare her and keep her at bay, that is something that could come in handy. And it seems like every time I mention the name of a sword when I summon it, see, that causes it to appear in my hands in flame and stuff like that, and that hurts her. So there must be something to do with. I'd like to know the history of the sword, like Starfall. I'm curious.
Please don't tell me you saying that out loud suddenly has the sword appearing in your hand.
I hope not.
No, you get the feeling that you have to actually go through the motion of trying to grab it, pull it, to summon it into your hand.
Yeah. So I'd very much like to try and figure out the history of this sword as well, but at the same time get rid of the demon, preferably.
Okay, fine. Well, so at least now you know that you can control her by inflicting pain on her. Although
I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us.
yeah, let's torture.
I saw that side eye.
idea.
I saw that side eye. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Let's torture a demon. It sounds like a brilliant idea.
But, yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's yeah. So that's the goings on at the moment, and I'm very curious to hear Silence's side of why she put Lynette into the sword.
Well, let's hope Craren can get that out of her in his magic voodoo talking to the dead moment.
Indeed.
And if not,
Well,
I guess we'll be making a visit to this Mordane's Hall.
Remus,
having a
what's
chat
this,
with
what's
the
this
other
voodoo
person.
you used to keep talking about?
You probably don't hear this, Craren, because the two Kalistars are staring at each other, probably doing weird facial expressions, but mentally communicating with one another.
Oh, yeah.
We're like,
Yes.
We're both Italians. We both talk with our hands, but just mentally to one another.
that's what
Shining.
Clash are. They're just Italian.
So, essentially, The Shining.
I love it.
So are you going to tell everybody else, or are you just going to keep this between me and me?
I think it'll be good to let the others know. I just thought I'll let you know first. Then I
Well, if
proceed
you're not
to-
going to let me go and torture her and throw her in a hole with the fire that she doesn't seem to like,
Oh.
I'm sure the others have got a much better idea of what to do with it.
Very true. And I proceed to tell the others of this.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. You're talking about it in this room, or are you taking them aside?
I'll take them aside 'cause I'm not entirely sure if Rust will really get.
Whilst he takes them aside,
We're
I
also
will
still
talk to
technically
Rust
outside.
to kind of create a distraction.
Yeah.
Spill some coffee or something.
No, I'll talk to him. I'll just explain what happened downstairs to fill him in. So we crept around, and then I got bored, and so I went to have a chat with the people that stood in the middle, and I didn't realise that it was silence. So then I convinced her it was a really good idea to kind of help us see the body, and then she took us to the well, and then it kind of felt like she was going to try and push me in / kill me, so then I summoned the other guys to give me a hand, and then we had a fight, and she summoned a shade. And no, was it a shade? Well, she definitely summoned a shadow, and then there was something else.
wraith
A
as
wraith,
well?
that was it. Yeah. She summoned a wraith, and the wraith sucked on Oren, and the shadow...
Must we say it like that?
Rust lifts an eyebrow, just. All right.
Considering
And
this is still Granny.
Yeah.
and the shadow beat up Craren. That's why he's looking a little bit peaky. But he's okay. And then, well, no, he's better now. He looked a bit peaky, but now he looks okay. And then we... oh, I forgot the bit where Craren managed to like talk to the body of... Was it Saren? Forgotten his name already.
Sarid, yeah.
Jared, yes. And have a conversation with him. And he pointed out that the last person he saw alive before he... It was silence. And that's what triggered silence to attack us. So we're kind of assuming that silence killed him to sacrifice him to the well of Babar, because we also found this contract where she's in cahoots with some sort of demon to sacrifice creatures to the well. And she said it was just to give some protection for the stuff that was going on downstairs, but like the ghosts and stuff, but I'm not quite sure. And yeah, so we thought we'd bring the bodies all back up. Craren can work his magic, and you can hear it. I don't know if you need to gather lots of people to hear it. And then if we don't, then we're all good. And then we can talk about the other reason why we're here.
Right. Well, it seems I'm going to have to get at least someone else. Because no one's gonna believe me if I tell the story like you just did.
Good. More witnesses? Or victims?
Okay. You... Why don't you stay here for a moment, and I'll go grab someone else. Yeah. Because I need someone else to hear this too. He looks between all of your group and then starts wandering out into the village and vanishes out the front door. You now basically have the run of the house for a moment. You're not sure how long he's gonna be gone.
Itchy.
So now we're magically inside the house.
Well, you're just outside. He walks out past everyone who is not Romulus, or not Remus, and then walks up this way. And so you can decide, because he didn't close the door, so those of you who are outside can either stay outside or go in, should you feel like it.
Romulus, take the gents inside and explain. Sorry.
Will do.
Take Nanny Nits and Kraran inside and explain. And I will keep watch.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. All
Right.
right.
Kraran is eyeing Remus and like, that while it was a summary of what we did, we need to work on your diplomacy skills.
I will pat the hand axes that are at my waist, and the broad axe that's on my back, and the warhammer that's on my hip, and say, I have more than enough diplomacy skills to see me through. Thank you very much.
Not quite the same skill. You will get a result. Maybe not in the same way.
My old captain used to refer to it as aggressive negotiations.
I like that.
And while that can produce results, it definitely can. Normally, when people are unalived, they don't tell good stories of how you helped them and made things easier. Now do they?
Kraran, that's what the axe is for. If you take a few limbs off, they're still alive to tell the tale, and they don't bother you afterwards.
I feel I understand where you're coming from, and you're not wrong. But the fewer limbs we can hack off will make the diplomatic leg of our journey easier.
You call one of your legs a diplomat?
Not quite. Let me rephrase this. The part where we want people to feel good about us pulling out a rail situation. That part. We want them to be happy and we want them to think that we're doing them a favor. By hacking off limbs, people, while they will not be bothering you, they will most likely not be happy that we're A, hacking off their limbs, and B, disrupting their general habitat by pulling in rails, and they will most likely not tell the next guy coming over, hey, I'm recommending those guys because they are awesome. That letter will most likely not be sent.
Kraran, in the entire time we've been together, have you seen me do any of those things? I would like to point out that I'm currently carrying the body of Silence, who has one of your acid gobs in its eye.
That passed clean through and it's in the wall behind it. That's besides the point. And while you are entirely true in your assessment of the situation, I'm also trying to let's see if you could if maybe before you smack someone with an axe, you could try the more softer approach. And that would leave you with fewer sharpening sessions, uses of the whetstone, and things might solve itself without that. Isn't that a possible positive outcome?
I will think on it. And anyway, Romius needs to bring you up to speed, so shuffle off inside. I'll keep an eye out for Russ to make sure that you aren't disturbed.
That is entirely fair. Let's go inside, and will you be okay to be outside?
I should be fine. You can leave the cube with me if you want, but I'll stand in the lee of the stable block.
That is very well. If you need us, you know where to find us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So.
All right. You have your fuck off token on top of mine.
Me? No, I'm not on top of you.
No, you're underneath a donkey for me.
I'm not even on the map on me. So there you go.
This is a donkey show. Oh no,
Oh, come on.
sorry. I am tired. I have no filter.
That's more of a moving off grid requires holding down the Alt key.
Yes.
And then you can place your token wherever you want. So I'm quote unquote inside the building.
So, to bring you up to speed, Lynette is like quiet, and by quiet I mean she is the type of quiet that she's trying to hide. Since being able to since that whole thing where I'm able to summon my blade and it was on fire, that seems to hurt her, and I very much feel that getting hopefully maybe getting some information from Silence about why she put Lynette in the sword, and hopefully getting her out of the sword will be a good course of action. Remus suggested just throwing a sword into the pit, but I'm not entirely sure how well that'll pan out. So I figured I'll just bring you up to speed with the goings on in the brain.
We are
With
heading towards a place called Morden's Hall. Mm-hmm. The namesake of the person doing the fusion of sword and soul of demon. I'm going to assume that, should we even survive that, the general fusing might be undone.
I'm also the fact that I said the name of the sword and then it erupted in flames and I've been able to summon it ever since. I want to know the significance that name has and why it causes pain to Lynette. Because for now, I mean, we could use it to our advantage a bit, but don't see it being a very good idea to mess with it anymore, just in case she affects me in other ways apart from being sensitive to sunlight.
I will venture to guess that it would be pertinent not to do harm to the sword at this point.
Yeah, agreed.
For a multitude of reasons. Whereas your safety is only one of them.
Have you
Postulate the following: should the soul be released and rematerialized as a demon in front of you?
Well, yeah, that's probably a little bit dangerous, don't you think?
That is.
That may or may not have consequences.
That most likely will.
Yes.
I just don't know what else can be done.
Well, does anyone have banish?
Could you imagine if we just had that spell on your hotbar this whole
Just
time?
Casually.
Oh wait, here it is.
I just remembered.
I've done that with locate object twice.
I mean, yeah.
I'm the same character.
I'm just
So
same character, same session.
I've done that
No,
with
just
yeah.
Session apart.
I've done that with the daylight spell against the vampires in the past. It's like, you know, completely forgot. Daylight is a thing.
Oh dear.
would spell vanish actually? Would it be effective on this?
You would have to separate the demon from the sword.
Yeah,
But-
first.
Yeah, first. But banish works in the way that if the creature that you cast banish on is from another plane of existence, they get sent there if you can concentrate on the spell for a minute. So they're sent back to where they came from. If the creature is from the material plane, they will just come back after a minute.
Interesting. Do you have any idea of how she was put into the sword in the first place? Any inkling?
I mean, would Craren know that right now? I mean, I know Craren would have ideas of it, but does he remember it right now?
You can give me a history or arcana check. Huh. Bubbles in me.
Given the magical nature of the being of the both being and situation, I think Arcana would make sense.
Yeah.
Freely, I have a +7 modifier.
Yes.
I will also
You-
burn that piece that 3-week-old inspiration
Go for it then. Reroll.
because fuck. Really?
I'm sorry, but that yes.
This is
Oh,
fucking
no.
amazing.
It
Rolling
really-
two times in a row. So for a grand total of 9.
Yeah. You know you've read something, and you're pretty sure it's part of like people who can enchant weapons, or items.
I think it's more of an imbuement, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you would imbue, or a bind. It could also be a binding ritual that was made. You're not entirely sure. You know you've read something about how to bind entities to objects, but it's been a while and you don't really remember like how to do it. But you know you've read about it. You know it's possible and that it has been done in the past, a lot, over the centuries. You also know it's a
So
quite
essentially,
involved ritual, and it's a very difficult, but it's not. It's not that uncommon that it's been done.
Okay.
Like
Crane
airships.
Well, yeah, sentient airships. There you go.
Yeah. It's basically the same kind of you know, like all of you know, it's kind of common knowledge that like the lightning rail and the sky ships have bound elementals to them. That's how they can do what they do. So it might be a similar thing, but you're not sure.
And I
So-
doubt that we will be running into becoming level 7 before Morden's Hall.
Depends on where you go next. But no, probably not.
No, that was more of a player observation,
Yeah.
obviously. Because banishment, it's a 4th level spell. I
Yeah.
know that much. And I don't remember. Well, is it? It is is it level 6? 6 or 7 around there is when you get a 4th level spell slot. Around
I think
there,
it's
so.
7. Okay, let me. So, yeah.
So no, that's not happening. Mm,
Ah,
Let me.
well,
Wow, that actually didn't mess up the cameras. That is pretty damn cool.
Yay!
I suppose
I
then
messed
it's
up
time
my
we
toe.
can-
Ouch. Lilith, hello.
Lilith! So we were talking about the elementals bound to the rails, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
Would it possibly behoove us to speak to those people that do that elemental binding, not blinding, about unbinding said demoness from said sort?
that could very well be a way forward. I'm genuinely not sure if they do that kind of thing. I'm going to assume that they can. In the event that this one didn't work. At that point, I'm going to assume they know how to redo it, and I'm going to assume this is a redo kind of situation.
Hmm. Well, that's like if it's an airship thing as well, then we need to figure out where the closest airship port, I suppose, would be.
That is also true.
Hmm.
You can give me a history check if you want. While Remus standing guard, you see 2 shapes starting to walk towards you. And after just a minute or so, you see that it's Rust and a much taller figure walking towards you. Romulus and Craren, you're not entirely sure where the closest skyship port would be from here. Romulus, Sharn has a lot of them. But Sharn is also weeks away from here. So...
a long way away.
Yes. A very long way away. So it would... you would have to walk for weeks to get there. Unless you get to somewhere with a lightning rail. But the closest one from here to do that is either Sharn or Xandrar, which both are, weeks of walking away from this place. Unless you take a boat from where you're at right now to Sharn, which is a week of travel. But also Sharn. So it's you're in the middle of nowhere at this point. Derek wants it to become not the middle of nowhere, which is why you're here. But you're not sure where the routes or anything of potential skyships.
I suppose this is something we can have a little brainstorm about later on. See what the best solution might be.
You should. But yes, Remus, you see these 2 figures come closer, and about 5 or so minutes later, they approach the building.
Cool. Remus will have pinged Romulus to say we have incoming, just in case they need to wrap up any conversation that we may not wish strangers to hear. And then I will... Yeah.
I love that little profile picture.
Alright. Yeah. Rust and the other man approach, and looks at you quickly, Remus, before waving both of you inside. There we go. Okay, well. Alright. So, brought Daniel here. He's the, he helps at the pub. And the tall man
hello.
just goes, yeah, kind of fucked up my arm. Shows like crushed hand. Can't really work in the mine. So I help at the bar. You wanted someone to look at something or hear something, or I'm just happy for the break, so take your time.
How did you hurt your hand? Were you in the mines?
Rock slide.
Ugh.
Rocks went
Nasty.
foop. Hand went crunch.
Are there any doctors in this town? Or anyone with any kind of medical?
That seems very impractical.
Well, there's Doc. She was the Doc in the prison earlier.
Oh.
She kind of fixed this. Gave me a lot of drugs for when it healed.
Looking at his hand, how badly mangled is it?
So, looking at his hand, you can clearly see that something heavy impacted just by the thumb and basically just squished his hand. You can see that he has mobility in like these 3 digits.
Okay.
But the index finger and the thumb, this area is just crushed.
Okay.
So, and the whole hand kind of set weird. You can give me a medicine check if you want.
I will do that.
Break it and set it.
That's kind of what he's thinking.
That's how you would normally do
Yeah.
it.
Medicine. He's got a +2 to that. Let's see how we go.
With an 11, you can tell that it would probably, like, they probably used whatever they had. You can see that, like, it's set weird at a little bit of an angle, but probably splint and some wrappings. But you could, like, with an 11, you could see there probably wasn't much they could do about saving the index finger and the thumb, but is just there basically. But he seems to have great mobility in these digits.
Query: if the forefinger and thumb were to be rebroken and then magically healed, would it possibly give him more mobility?
You're not sure. It might, but it might also fuck it up beyond redemption.
Oren wouldn't take that risk because that could lead to an enemy, and he's got enough of those.
Yeah, with an 11, you're not sure. You know there are a lot of bones in this area, and you're not sure which fused, and you know.
Yeah.
Craren will,
So what-
will obviously help with this.
Yeah. Well, if you, I mean, you can try, and if you can persuade him, sure. But this guy is like a head taller than all of you almost. Kind of imposing figure. And seems to be like taking it in stride that his left hand is just fucked up.
Would
So-
bending technically work better in this case, considering it's a static object?
I believe you'd have to
No.
cut the hand open to.
Yeah, no, it's more.
possibly-
Yeah, this
mend
would
them.
be like.
I'm rather genuinely asking. It's a static object.
Yeah, no, I'd say no, no. At this point, even if you tried it, it might just fuse it back to where it was in its fucked up state.
What I'm sort of saying is that why wouldn't bone know what its original configuration was when a piece of fabric does?
Yeah. I mean, you can try it. I would ask you for an.
Craren doesn't have mending. That's not the
No.
point.
Yeah, no.
I believe Oren has mending.
I would say no in this case. If it was a Warforged, I would have said sure, you can try it, but mending is for objects when you have healing for people.
Yeah.
I feel you're splitting hairs.
I am. I also allow mending to heal Warforged. So, you know, I also think the Warforged are immune to poison instead of just resistant, but that's a different thing.
But I
So I think what
Yes.
Oren is doing as Nana knits right now is he's sort of looking at that hand and
Yeah.
furiously knitting. What he wants to do is sort of knit a glove that's going to be quite tight
Okay.
on the guy's hand, but not so tight that it will cut off circulation. Basically, he's considering sort of trying to make a and possibly even add some like knit in something a little stronger to sort of make a brace for that that hand.
Okay. Yeah, sure, you absolutely can go there. You can do that.
Yeah, you know, something that will put a little bit more stability into the wrist and hand area there, possibly make those fingers not completely usable, but stabilized enough that there's some basic well, you know how a splint brace would work.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that case,
the both of them look like between the four of you, and then Daniel scratches the back of his head a little bit and just, well, I was told to come here because
yes,
that's
we need a witness.
Yeah, and he points to silence and just, because someone needs to explain that, and real quick.
Yes, dear, we need a witness. We're going to
Before you do the mojo, Craren, can I just explain everything all over again, and then Craren can do the mojo to kind of.
No, Rust filled me in on why you did it and how you did it. Not how you did it, but why you did it. And I still don't like it. Because...
You don't have to like it.
No, I know. I just don't like when they fight in the village. And this is gonna cause a fight. And then I would have to take sides, and I don't like that.
It may or may not happen. We don't know yet.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I want to avoid. Because
yes, dear.
I'm the one who has to fix the bar when people fight in it.
Oh.
And that is fair.
If you want a bar fight, I'm not saying you can't. Just take it done out back, behind the bar, not in the bar, because I don't have to repair out back behind the bar.
I mean, it's hardly a bar fight if it's outside the bar.
Oh, we have a ringed-in area.
Ooh.
Attached to the bar.
Now you're talking.
For fighting, so I don't have to fix furniture.
Can I fight and drink at the same time?
Yes.
He kind of turns to Romulus and goes, "Can we?"
We can, brother.
Oh yes, sorry, Karen. Yes, you've got some.
Yes.
Speaking with
Remus, and yes. Later, when we're not doing other things, at that point we shall entertain your thoughts.
Excellent. And he'll sweep his coat back so you can see that he's wrapped one of his axes in his shirt for the soft approach for later.
Craren is putting his index finger and middle finger up on his temple, rubbing it lightly. And so I see where you're going with this, and it wasn't quite what I was after, but I appreciate the effort, and we will continue that discussion at a later point.
Fair enough. And I will plonk myself down in the corner and prop my feet up on the table and just wait for Craren to do his magic stuff.
Oh, dude, that's casual.
Yeah. Daniel
that's
looks
very casual.
Daniel looks from
Yeah.
Rust to you and then plops down on the table next to your feet. Just wide stance. You can see like he's sitting like this, but you know, thumb and the finger just not there. And Rust looks to the both of you and just, I'll get us some food.
No, you wait here.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, but you need to see it to believe it. I'll cook.
All right.
You can cook, brother.
No.
He leans against the doorframe to the small kitchen, just...
No. Much like I mentioned earlier. We have a limited time. We have a limited amount of questions we can ask. You knew this person a lot better than we did. Now, before we start, is there anything in particular you want to ask?
Well, I want to know, Rust says, if she did it, why she did it.
That's all?
Yeah. You mentioned that you would stop it, so I don't know any magic. Daniel doesn't know any magic.
Now, we have a player question. We
Yeah.
haven't carved off heads yet. No?
No, it's all
Remus
up.
just casually decided that fuck cutting off heads. Let's be simple and bring both the bodies because extra weight is fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fair. At that point, I have an actual body to, talk to, and
Yes.
not a dismembered head on
Yeah.
the floor.
No, it's all of the body. I don't remember who took. I think it was it? I don't remember who took Silence's horn though.
That's me.
Okay, yeah. So one of her horns is broken off, and Oren took it.
That's mine now.
Yeah.
Just casually.
He's going to turn it into a war horn.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is one of those things, player observation, I never truly understood with Speak with Dead. Because it just says you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice.
Yes.
It says nothing about how.
Yeah, no, that's more of a, like, how you build up the ritual is up to you. Really, it's how I have had it explained to me is like it's not the soul of the person. You're not animated the dead. You're bringing in an echo of their thoughts.
Well, it's just an animating spirit. That's really what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we know that much. But so, be the which way, he lights a piece of incense, and as the smoke rises from it, it travels towards first the left eye, what should have been there, and the right eye that's no longer there,
Yeah.
and in through the nostrils, and off we go.
All right. The incense flows into Silence's nostrils, and you see the whole body lurch slightly, and then the eyes, like a light, flares in the empty sockets as the body sits up and looks at you. Sort of. Like where the eyes were, it's just this greenish gray light. And you just hear a
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
and she looks at you, Craren. Well, her head is turned to you, Craren. Just waiting.
Welcome back, Silence. Now, a question. What was his face? Sarit?
Yeah,
Because
Sarit.
my mind is going Sarin. Sarin is a nerve agent. That's different.
Yeah, no. Sarid. Sarid.
Okay. Now, as you well know, Sarid is no more. And you decided to try to kill us when we questioned him. Now, he told us that you killed him. Now, question follows. Did you unalive him? And if yes, why?
He was getting too close. Had to stop him.
Getting too close. To what, more specifically?
The well.
The
Contract.
The contract.
Power I was given.
Excellent. Craren looks over to Rust. Is this the information you're looking for?
It would seem that way. Sounds to me like she told on herself. He looks over to Daniel, and Daniel just again scratches the side of his head and just, yeah, it seems like that to me as well. Creepy, all of this. Very, very creepy.
Yes.
Craren extinguishes the...
You have 2 more questions if you
Yeah.
wanted to... You mentioned you
We
wanted...
also don't have any questions to ask, so we have asked the questions they want, and I'm going... the party... Did the party have any questions?
So you were talking about the sword, but I don't know if you decided on that. Yep. Romulus has 2.
I have 2 questions.
Oh, 1. You mentioned...
Wasn't it why did she create the sword and
Yes. So okay, so 2 questions. Yeah.
how?
One is like, why did she put Lynette in the sword? 2, I'm not sure if she would know, but what is the meaning of like Starfall?
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure if she would know why.
She doesn't turn away from Craren, but you can still feel like she's... There's a gaze on you Romulus. Even though her head doesn't turn. And she, Lunette was a gift for me from him. Found the sword near the ruins into the north. Bound Lunette to it for power. He gave me that power.
Did this answer your question?
You see the flames or the light flicker out in Silence's eyes, and the body falls back on the side of the table.
Yep, I'd say so. Ruins to the north.
Prara will further speak to the corpse and just, please rest now. Your journey is over.
Yeah, she's not moving, and the last bit of that light flickers out completely. And you just hear a shit from Daniel. Right.
Whatever was in that pipe.
I'm not gonna say anything about that last bit. No one's
Please.
gonna believe that.
Yeah.
What
we
last
get
bit?
that. Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I didn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. If you want if you want a pint, it's on me. One. Get one per person on me. Just 2 blocks up that way. I'm gonna go get one now. I turned Irish suddenly. I'm gonna go get one.
Craren side-eyes Remus. Yes.
Query.
Regarding that 1 pint.
Query.
Hmm.
Would Oren have been able to finish that splint?
Give me a performance or sleight of hand check.
It will be sleight of hand because I've got a +9 to that.
That's a wild modifier.
That's only a 12 though.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long since you started. You have a very solid foundation for it, and in maybe an hour or so more, you'll have something really nice to present, but it's not finished yet.
So I think he's going to turn to the gentleman and just go, we will take you up on that offer, I think. Would you come see me in the tavern in about an hour?
Sure. I work there, so I'll be at work.
Yes.
Probably.
I'll have a
find
gift
you.
for you.
You're
Still
not from
a little
here.
old lady, by the way.
Is that
Still
your
playing a
grandma?
little old lady.
He looks around at the rest of you.
They're my boys.
Right.
In more ways than one.
We have a couple of rooms.
Orange,
They're
No,
not-
no, they only need one.
They that you can rent. It's not used often. Well, gets used in when the roads are clear for trade and people need to stay overnight. But it hasn't been dusted in like a month. So, but it's there.
Oh, I can fix that, dear. How much?
Oh, I think Silver coin for all the 4 of you. 2 rooms, silver coin.
She will hand him a gold.
He'll take it, bite it, scratch it, try to scratch it with a nail, look at you like, and then pocket it.
For your troubles.
Oh, right. Grandma's rich. Okay. Ah! Ow!
Did you just get bitten by your cat?
No. He kicked me with his paws.
Oh.
He grabbed my foot with his front paws and kicked me with the back paws.
Yeah, I know
He's-
that maneuver all too well.
He's 10, but still a kitten.
Yeah.
I'm furiously not moving my foot right now because the cat currently has both, is like hugging my foot and the claws are already out.
Yep. Yep.
And Pearson is a big cat, so yeah.
Like, I'm not even moving my foot, and he's still like playing with the blanket. That's my foot. That hurts.
Sharp
Yes.
ends, sharp ends.
I need to trim those. Yes, we need to trim those.
Mittens.
All right. So, Russ just goes, so, no food then? That's fine. Thought this would take longer, really. I was gonna do a whole thing.
So, to summarize,
Oh, that's okay, dear.
that happened.
Mm-hmm.
We all agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
So, we're going to discuss the other reason why we're here? He says that out loud,
We should.
making it very obvious that they probably should be discussing the other reason.
Oh,
why we're here.
right. I owe you for this. Give me a moment. Rust disappears into the kitchen, and you hear like clank, 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 pans falling, and he's clearly digging through a pantry of some sort. And
Remus mentally communicates with Romulus and says, "Not quite what I had, but I don't mind the gold."
Were you thinking of the job
turning this into a
reason
trade
why we're
hub,
here?
the actual
Yeah.
job.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And having a
Oh, I was
conversation
thinking
with them about
something else
setting them
entirely.
and after a while, Rust comes back with a small sack, leather sack. No, it would be a canvas sack, and what looks like a blade. Just the blade, not the handle of it, but like, what's it called? It's not a raw, it's blank.
It's blank.
Yeah. But yay long, like maybe a foot long. Ooh! Hello, Mike
Oh,
Mons.
God.
Welcome on in. Holy crap! Hi.
Hello,
welcome
people
in,
think-
Raiders.
Raiders.
Hello, Mike Mons. Welcome on in. Say footlong and Mike Mons appears. Yes. So the blade blank is about a foot long and looks very sharp, very shiny. Also, if you don't know who Mike Mons is, you're missing out. Like, real, yes. Amazing human being, very funny, does all kinds of mini painting. Moans owners incoming. Yes, welcome on in, welcome on in.
This is also the place where we clearly are all human and enjoy doing all the normal human activities, such as breathing air and walking with our leg.
Yes. Welcome on into our Eberron setting Pulp Noir campaign, Rails of Mourning.
You are.
No, I am trying.
Given that the entry point was foot long,
Yes.
probably not.
Yeah, no. And the duck. Why
I said
is
nothing.
that?
I said nothing.
To be fair, so far this session hasn't been any nuance yet of
No.
homoerotic.
No, not yet. I'm also trying to figure out why that one is above the sound alerts thing. There's also currently
Aaron
a
is
cat hanging on my
Doing
foot.
his best. Oh dear. Aaron has been doing his best over the last few sessions to castrate a polycule.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Okay, so bringing it back. Where were we before we were so happily interrupted by the amazing raid? And hi, for those who don't know me, I am Ardana or Joe or oh you there, player's idea. I take no responsibility. I'm the DM around these parts, and the party have just interviewed the mayor of Murdertown,
Who was recently murdered.
who was recently murdered.
Yeah, I
By
mean,
us.
yes.
Technically in self-defense, because she swung first.
We believe in the idea of stab first, ask questions later.
Yo.
Now that he knows you've got Speak with Dead, you're going to really struggle to stop rumors.
Oh no.
Yes. There's well, considering that my thing disappeared. That's mean. There it is. All the amazing character portraits and stuff were made by that guy. Bottom right corner. I lost my train of thought, but okay. So yes.
Best boy.
You were. I don't even know where we were at. So
Rust was bringing out our reward, and you were describing.
yes, I was. Blade blank, about a foot long, and looks really sharp and kind of shiny in the low light from the kerosene lamp in the common room. There's also a quite heavy jingle of coin from the pouch or the canvas bag.
Coins that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Yes, it is.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Sorry.
But yeah, so he drops the canvas bag on the table right next to Silence's body, and just should be about 200 gold approximately in that. I think I got all the coins. It's gonna hire like a private investigator, but hey, you showed up. Thought you guys would be harder to persuade, so.
Oh no, we're fairly easy, dear.
The innuendos. And this is the
Especially
thing.
him.
This blade is like, I don't know, maybe that guy, and he points to Kraren, or that, or Grandma can use it. It's either a short sword for someone really tiny, like a halfling or a dwarf, or a dagger for someone of your height. It's made from ore from the mine.
Ooh.
Just a side project I was working on when I was still, working on as a smith of this place. Didn't want to do that, was good at it, stopped doing it when I didn't have to do it anymore. So, you can have this. Worth
Thank you.
a couple of 100 gold pieces.
Thank you, dear.
It's not finished yet. Just putting that, it's not finished yet. Still needs a handle, still needs sharpening. Still wicked sharp, but I haven't sharpened it yet. So you might get, like, cuts that I won't heal. Hey, I got So yeah,
Hmm.
thank you. I
Craren
did
will
say head.
Craren will gladly pocket the knife.
Okay.
Like, can
Yeah.
I-
So you now have a Bayeshk or dagger blank.
Uh,
Let me spell it out.
yes, please. Because in my mind, you're just talking about beer right now.
Yes, I know.
I would be.
Plop.
Yes.
And how many coins did we get? Gold coins did we get?
But 200 gold worth in silver, copper, gold. It's a mix and match, but you can put in 200 gold pieces total.
I have added it to the spreadsheet.
Nice.
Excellent.
The accountant wants a spreadsheet.
The dagger itself, like just a blank right now, is worth about 150 gold pieces. It still needs a handle because it's just like the blade and then where you would sink.
Tang.
Yes.
I'm sure we will find a weaponsmith in some town that we're in eventually.
Nice, nice.
Yes. To finish it.
Well,
Mhm.
I have to come up with how to deal with this, and probably tomorrow evening we're gonna summon some form of, I don't know, council. Talk about this. If you want to be there, sure. You don't have to.
We will suggest a let's call it a trifecta of sorts. Instead of having one person leading this, let's split powers on 3 and do the democracy bits. Because resilience is important, especially way out here where you're exposed to bad conditions, weather, and so on and such forth. And
True.
losing a singular leader is a bad thing, but if you can have multiple people at the top and
Yeah.
voting people in, at that point you have resilience and you're way less likely to land yourself in trouble.
That's very true. Yeah,
Which
I'll
leaves
suggest
me
that.
as a player, did we at some point bring up to anyone the real reason why we're here?
No,
Not
that's what
yet.
Remus was dropping
Yeah.
the hint about when we got paid.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you haven't yet.
So, which leads me to, we come from not here. And not here is a place where we want to expand a let's call it a transport line, a rail network, if you wish, to promote trade and sales of goods. And it just so happens that your place could benefit greatly from having access to this in this general area. And you are a sole provider of this buyer's ore in the area. You would have monopoly on this, and you can with that earn fine cash money, and you can get goods in return. I feel that would really be a something that could further your interest in this village. I know of the history of it, but we're far from that, and you might be able to stand on your own merits, not as a bad memory. I feel that sounds like a future. What do you say?
Daniel scratches his chin a bit. You see some skin flakes fall from his beard. Seems a bit dry. And just if we can bring more trade in, that could be good. Could make
That
people
is the
forget.
general idea of it.
Make people forget what this place is. Not many people know about this place. Like no. That could be an idea.
Which really is the point. You get to make a name out of yourself. Those that do know will have reason to forget, and those who don't know will know that you're the town by the lake that provides the miracle ore.
Let's you know what? Let's go talk to Sarah. She owns the pub. Everyone talks to Sarah.
Excellent.
Of course.
I will just be right back because I need to feed a cat before it eats my foot.
I mean,
Right.
extra proteins.
But yeah, Daniel is going to walk back up towards the pub. It's just, oh, my break is over anyway, so if you want to come, hey, come along. Not, well, still a pint on me if you hop by.
Where on the map is this place?
It is up here. So
In a general that way direction.
yes, in a general northwest edge of town. So here.
Because at that point I at least know where we're going.
Yes.
Yeah. Rust would indicate that you can leave the mules in his stables because the pub doesn't really have it. And when you get there, you see what looks like a rather nicely made sign hanging on the wall of this. Oh, I can hear that echo now. I can hear that echo now. The hell?
Oh, I wonder where it's coming from.
Echo?
Yeah, I was talking and it
Echo,
echoed.
echo.
I can hear that echo now.
Oh no.
Must be coming from Discord because I don't see any microphone trigger.
Yeah,
Echo, 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 echo.
it's just me though.
Is your webcam picking up audio?
Could be. Let me check. Lilith, it's in my walls.
No, that's me.
Me. Let me check something real quick. Audio, video.
Hello, little one.
Oh, precious kitty.
If I do that.
Are you happy I'm home now? Is that why you're being a pest?
Is it better now?
I think the answer is yes.
My microphone was being a little bit of a bitch. Okay, so anyway. Yes, so when you come up to the pub, you see a square building with thatched roof and like brass hinges on the front door. You see what looks like a like some form of like iron pipe leading out, and a thick plume of smoke coming out of it, like a metal chimney leading out from the side. The door, there's a 3-step staircase up to the side of the building itself, and a small landing, and this very nicely made wooden sign is on the wall, and it just says "The Pub" on it.
Original.
There's one pub in this place, so
I
you're
quite
going
enjoyed
to
the
the pub. And it's relatively quiet. Early evening, you hear voices. You hear a lot of voices, but no one drunk outside.
from
There is
alive people.
Yes, from alive people. And you can hear voices like clearly through the door. The door is slightly ajar, as if to let cold air in. And you imagine that it might be a bit warm in here with people in this relatively small building.
Slither.
I can hear that echo still. It's very annoying. I will find it. And
And eat it.
eats it.
No.
But nah, I'll fix it. And you open the door and look inside, and it's not a big room at all. It's probably same size as Rust's house, the pub area, except where Rust's house was a 1-story building, this is 2 stories. And there are 2 long tables in the middle of the room with benches on either side of them, and maybe 8-10 people sitting in there, talking, drinking. There is a bar on the left side, bar counter on the left side as you step inside, and above it is a staircase that leads upstairs. And behind the counter you see a woman, maybe 40-45 years old, dark brown hair tied back in what looks like a messy bun. She has regular apron on, and the first thing that hits you is very calculating eyes. She looks each of you over quickly and seems to have made up an opinion in an instant. Daniel steps in and just, "I'm back." And the woman behind the counter just, "I can see that there. Could you clean?" Someone's microphone is picking up my voice.
Or was
I
it mine?
think. Might be.
It looks like it because yours, the only thing in
Yeah.
Discord that's having a green thing around it.
How do I fix that?
I have no idea. No, yeah, your microphone triggers when I speak.
Okay, let's see if turning you down a little helps.
The alternative is stuff a cat on the speaker.
Good help. Good help.
Is that any better?
It might be. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Your
mean,
microphone's
you
not
norm-
triggering when I speak.
yeah, you
Excellent.
normally only trigger when you have something to say right now. That
Yes, I know.
Possibly.
Like ah. Yeah. No, it's not triggering.
Okay. I just needed to turn you down a bit. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. I'm glad we found out what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll just. I can see that. I need you can bring out another plate for Jarin and the others. That'd be great. Haven't seen you around here before. Looks like a bunch that can take care of themselves, at least.
We're just passing through, dear.
That's an
I didn't
astute,
see you. Hi.
that's an astute observation of you. That we are not from here.
I know these guys. I don't know you guys. You're not from here.
Of course, of course.
Food,
Naturally.
food, drink, bed. Is that what you want?
Please.
Yes, please.
Awesome. Daniel looks over. First one, drink on me. For these 4. Sarah looks at him and just, your paycheck. What you drinking?
Do you have juice?
The fermented kind.
Milk?
That we do. Cold. You can have it cold or you can wait an hour.
Milk of the fermented
Cold.
kind.
Cold works for me.
I
That's a
haven't
delicacy,
tried
but not in
fermenting
many
milk,
places.
but
Isn't
I
that
could
just
try it.
yogurt, dear?
we don't get yogurt down here. We don't have somewhere to store. Anyway. No, we have milk. As long as
This
goat
cold is
milk is fine.
Yes, absolutely. So long as it's not spider milk.
How do you get milk from spiders?
Very
The
carefully.
venom glands, dear.
Oh! Oh. Right, yes, I would.
I hear it's flavor-wise rather adjacent to spider lime.
I haven't asked people what they thought of the flavor. Anyway, milk. Points to Remus. Ale or stronger?
Whoa, what's stronger?
Got whiskey from last week.
Let's start with the ale, and we'll finish off with some whiskey.
Right,
And
you
maybe a
are.
bar fight.
Not in here.
I have been given strict instructions that I have to take it outside.
Good man. Yes, if you want to fight one of these lovely people, you pick one, ask nicely, and then you see that door, and she points to the other side of the room, and there's a door leading out. Go through there. There are lines. Go through there. The lines are not visible. Don't trip on the ropes. There's snow covering them.
Okay.
If you trip on the ropes, you lose by default because you're outside the ring. We don't believe in people running away from a fight they pick.
Very fair.
So, ale, milk. And she points to Romulus. What you drinking?
I'll have an ale, please.
Okay. And tall and deadly. She points to Cryon.
You said fermented bits.
Yeah, we have that. Fermented juice.
You by the name of wine, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, we have wine. We also have fermented apple juice.
Ooh.
You can have it hot if you want.
Oh God, it makes me miss hot whiskey. Oh, that's good.
Oh, we have wine, we have apple cider, we have ale, we have milk, we have water.
Wine is excellent.
Alright then. Pick a spot. I'll have it delivered. Do you want food?
Do we have the inside for this place or
No.
no? And that is fine. That is fine. Because I'm going to assume we're not going to be walking around much in there anyway.
It's basically like one large room. One door that behind the counter that you like, if leaning back slightly, you can see a kitchen, and then the door that leads outside on the other side, and then the stairwell up. That's the layout of this bottom floor.
Excellent.
Food would also be handy.
So top floor is for other kind of people.
Yeah, top floor. Food. We have fried fish. And we have fish soup.
Fried fish.
Fried fish.
I can dunk it in the ale.
Definitely
Can't really do that with
fish.
soup.
True.
In fact, have you ever considered frying your fish in batter with beer inside, with ale included?
Obviously.
Oh, thank God for that. Civilization at last.
I am so concerned.
Beer, batter, fish. There's no other way about it.
Yes.
I will die on that hill.
Mm-hmm. Fried fish, fried fish. Grandma, you want something?
Yes, dear, I will also have the fried fish.
And elf.
Yes, fried fish.
Okay, 4 fried fish coming up. Along with your drinks. Find a seat. Should be 4 roughly over there. Does that tiny thing eat anything? She points to Elos.
Aww. Do you need anything?
Nope. All
Hello.
happy here.
All good here.
Talking about things to throw into weird fire pits.
Oren would jump in after it.
All right. You find a seat, and a couple of minutes later, the food comes out to you. There are some.
Remus, as
Yeah.
much as I appreciate your bantering regarding this, regarding this creature, could we do that after dinner? I'm quite keen on food first.
I mean, why does that stop me? Oh, you've given me an idea.
Yeah, your food and drinks are delivered, and
I wonder what the weasel would taste like if it was battered.
Remus is hungry.
Oh no.
and after like not too long, you hear a clank on the table, and Daniel puts down 2 keys in front of you. You said something about rooms.
Yes, please.
Ah, yes.
Keys.
For
The
the
2
resting bits.
one room has 2 beds in it, one room has 3 beds in it. I don't care what way you do. Pick, it's Rust wants to tell me Rust wants me to tell you that you can pick up your mules whenever you're ready to leave. Whenever that
Thank you.
be.
Thank you. I think we all need a bit of rest before we travel onward, and there are a few other bits and bobs I think we still need to sort out with regards to the railroad. Correct, boys?
Yes, that bit.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
more interested in picking a fight right now. Who looks like the most likely to want to have a fight?
All right.
You,
So
you're not gonna finish your food first.
Oh no, he has inhaled his food
yeah. So it's like
and his ale.
huge portion of beer battered fried fish, with
Ooh.
some form of tuber mash with it, like a combination of carrots and celeriac
Starchy
and potatoes and stuff. Thick, like sort of gravy-ish thing next to it. Not on top of the fish, obviously, but next to it, if you want to, like, so it won't ruin the batter of the fish or the crispy surface.
Remus is eating his food so fast he still has crispy. Probably has crispy bits of batter stuck in his beard.
Yeah.
If
Nice.
Oren sees this, he's going to look over and prestidigitate that thing.
Yeah.
At which point he will get very angry and say, "I was saving that for later."
Remus, give me an insight check.
It's never going to go down well.
Insight or perception?
No, you said insight first.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you look around and almost everyone in the room is just giving you that side glance of, weird people. But in, I wouldn't say the corner, like, yes, corner of the table, but onto the side, nearest the other exit that you were pointed out that leads to the back, you see a large person. It's hard to tell what kind of person this is because they are completely covered in fur. From head to toe. Thick, dark beard and kind of pointed ears. And it's very hard to tell, really. Let me check the full description of this guy. Why are you not letting me see an image? There we go. Like, wide face, kind of reminiscent of an orc with the same kind of fangs, but where orcs and half-orcs are not covered in fur, this guy is, like, standing tall, broad shoulders, simple mining clothes, like thick coat. But
Well, don't die.
he's looking, like, eyeing you from time to time. And not in the way that, like, what is this? But, like, with a 15, you can almost feel that same energy you're giving off. Like, please let this guy want to fight.
Is he, so from that description, is he like some sort of bugbear-esque figure then, or something like that?
Give me a...
Is there someone like...
I'd say, yeah, with your background, you would know that... do I have that? Yes. With your background, you've traveled the length and width of Corvair. He looks like a bugbear, and it's kind of surprising to find a bugbear in a village like this, instead of just being, because history in this area of these guys are monsters and we kill them on sight if they cause problems. But yeah, he very much looks like a bugbear.
Craren is still enjoying his fish and looks over at Remus like,
Yes.
you seem impatient.
Let's just say it's been a boring day. So much talking. So little fighting.
If
Being
you,
on the road for a few days beforehand, nothing to do but listen to you lot, is sometimes frustrating.
and I can understand that, but if you're going outside, would you mind leaving your weapons inside? For the reason that we don't want to be accused of unfair fights. Because I'm going to assume the idea of the fights is not to cleave people.
They don't do that anymore. I mostly crush their skulls with the hammer. Cleaving was for the axe.
The general gist of no
What is
unaliving,
saying, dear?
I think, is the general
Yes.
idea.
Yes, we wanted the gentleman to come out of it still alive. And I will assist in that. When you're done, I'll patch you up a little before we retire to bed.
Fair enough. What kind of time of day is it? Is it evening?
Yeah, it's evening, mid-evening at this point. Maybe like
Ooh.
7 p.m.
Brawls at that point are excellent.
Yes.
Mm.
Fine. Morris, as soon as he finishes eating,
Yeah.
he will start removing the weapons and plonking them down on the table. And they'll kind of like crick his neck from side to side and kind of loosen up his wrists, ready for a good boxing match. And then he'll stand up.
Yeah. You stand up and you look over to where the guy was. The seat is empty and the back door is open.
Time to go play with Baby Bear, and he walks outside.
Hey, Remus, you do you, and when you're done, I'll have another pint for you, okay?
Get a round in. I'm sure that both of us will want one after this.
Oh, definitely. I'll fix that.
All right. Yeah, you walk by, you hear some whispering around you like, this is gonna get good. And step outside, and you see the other guy is leaning against a wall, not bored, just not being in the wind. Do the rest of you stay inside, or are you following outside?
Crowning is eating his fish. He's going to
Okay.
continue to eat his fish because he's having dinner.
All right.
Nana Knit is going to grab her fish in one hand and wander out to watch, just in case things get a little hairy and someone needs instant healing.
All right.
What do you mean a little hairy? The guy's a bugbear.
I mean, yes, very
A little
hairy.
hairier than that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. More hairy.
Yes.
Now, my throat is a little bit fucked up already because Ask Mine Winter is fun, so I'm not gonna do the bugbear voice, but like,
Just pretend.
yes.
I'll just imagine it like has anyone watched like Legends of Adventures?
No.
Anyone know?
But like, it's
I reckon
kind
it's
of
like very-
gravelly, kind of. I can do it like, huh?
Torbeck, yeah.
Go back. Sorry.
Yeah.
So see if I can do it once without completely fucking up my throat. I can do it once,
Yeah,
but
don't have
like,
to do it.
it's kind of gravelly, kind of deep, a little bit nasal, and you see that where his face has been squashed at some point. Yep. He looks over to Remus and just, another newcomer, eh?
Not a newcomer?
Another.
Oh, another. Right. Sorry. I couldn't hear you for all this fur in my ear.
Funny.
Anyway.
Yes,
the name is Remus. We're just passing through, but it's been a day, and I just want to hit something.
I feel ya. They called me gassed because they can't. Yeah, they call me gassed. Pretty new here myself. From east. Out east.
Couldn't say it's quite unusual for you to kind of be around these parts, given
Yeah.
history and all that.
Worked down in Grey Wall. Got bored. Went here. I was going to Sharn. Got stuck here a winter. Just stayed. Like it here. But yeah, bored. I saw you
Player
took...
question before you roll.
Mhm.
Craren is left on the inside.
Yep.
Do you need any rolls, or will you accept that Craren just relays the same information type deal of why we're here while they are doing their stuff outside, or do you want some action in on that?
No, it's up to you, really. If you want to talk to... so you've been told that Sarah is probably the person to talk to. If you want us to play that out, we can do that. If not, it's entirely up to you.
It's more of a I guess my point here, before they break their faces, is more of a, while Craren is enjoying his food, he would most definitely relay this information. That's not a question about it. But at the same time, it's more of a, we have to play this out, or will the same message be relayed?
Oh yeah, no. If we can just relay it to Sarah and she will bring it up with the others, no problem.
So in verbatim, that is now transferred to.
Okay, absolutely.
Sarah,
yep.
Because I feel there's important bits that's going to happen, and throwing fisticuffs.
Yes. Yeah. Gust cracks his hands a little bit. And Remus, you're used to moving with Craren's cube of heat. Sun has now set, and the wind is picking up, and it's biting cold.
Let's get this over and done with, shall we? It's cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey.
Good one. Yeah. So I saw that you left your weapons inside. He just unhooks a dagger from his belt, chunks it into the wall.
Remus knows about battleships.
So I literally just found out what that saying means recently.
Yep.
And it was like, that is absolutely fascinating about what that meant. So it's like very cool.
Yeah, I really love that. So unarmed.
Well, I assumed that was appropriate. My friend is buying us an ale for afterwards as well.
Like your friends already. Throwing punches, no weapons. First one to go down or call uncle loses. Do not go for the nads.
I mean, that's a given. Also, who's uncle?
I don't know. Shout uncle if you want to give up.
Got ya. Let's do this.
Is this supposed to be the brawler's version of a safe word?
Basically, yes. It's instead of going, I yield.
Pineapple.
Yeah. Oh no. Alright. So let's roll some initiative here. Just to see who goes first. Remus, you're up first. So Gus kicks off from the wall and takes a step towards you. You start though.
Now the question is, should he rage or not? And then that becomes slightly unfair.
That's up to you. Do you want to rage or not?
Well, I've got no idea what class he is, so no. We'll do this the same way he started his mock fight with Romulus, and there's no rage. It's just coming in for the hit. So
all right, go for it.
That is not going to hit.
Yeah.
For a
First
no.
strike, he just
Ooh.
bats your hand down. Second one will hit, however.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Yeah, you go in for the first strike, he bats it down as if it's nothing. The second one you hit square in the ribs and he just goes, oh, good. That's a good one. Yep. Ow. All right. He straightens up a bit, lifts his hands again, and is going to do 2 hits on you. I don't have unarmored, so it's going to be a strength. Just a strength. First one is an 18.
Yep.
Second one is a 21.
Yep.
Oof.
And 'cause I don't roll for that.
Sorry.
Each strike is going to be 3 bludgeoning damage.
Excuse me.
No, wait, 5. Each strike is 5 bludgeoning damage. 1 plus strength plus proficiency.
Was he proficient in unarmed fights? Oh, mind you, I should be proficient in unarmed.
Yeah,
as well,
you
shouldn't
are.
I? Oh, okay. So that means that actually did a 7 rather than a 5.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. That's not adding the proficiency bonus on.
I'm not. The barbarians should be proficient in unarmed fights. Or unarmed.
Oh, hold on. Isn't it just a proficiency for
It could be improvised weapon.
the hit
No.
rather than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
damage?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's fine.
yes.
Yeah. So how
So
much
it's
did I lose
3
there?
each. 3 bludgeoning
each.
damage each. And he goes like tank real quick. And both of them hit like upper chest area near your clavicle.
He'll kind of double back a bit and just go, that's tasty. Shall we let's
Alright.
let's get this party started. And he'll attack recklessly now anyway.
Okay.
And just like literally come flying in, and he's trying to come in under the guard because he's got longer arms, so he knows he needs to kind of
Yeah.
get in and hit the body.
Yep.
21 hits.
Yep, 21 hits.
11.
11 does not hit.
Okay, so then that's 5 damage again then.
Yep, the first hit just goes back a bit. Second one, it seems to just turn away from the hit.
Yep. Cool.
So that is another 5. He's starting to look a little bit winded. Like you've done a lot of damage to him. And just... nice. Alright. Bringing the...
You're getting a bit soft, mate. Last time I fought a bugbear, took a lot more than a couple of hits to get him down to what you look like, mate.
I mean, I haven't fought a real fighter in like 3 years.
Terrible, mate.
Yeah,
Must
I
get some
know.
more training in.
I
Train these
know.
guys up.
He flexes his long arms a bit, takes half a step back, and lifts his hand up and just tries to batter you. First one is 21.
Yep.
Second one is an 8.
Second one is a 19 because I attacked recklessly. So you have
Yes, that's
advantage
true.
on your attack.
21 and 19 for 3 each. And then you see him shift his shoulders a little bit, and then 2 rapid strikes to your face.
Okay. Yep,
18
hit.
and
Is he
10.
Is he
Missed
meant
that
to
one.
tickle?
He's not that strong.
Three point.
And I need you to make-
Dex-based bugbear.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's the normal. A 9?
This like 2 rapid strikes. First one hits, and you feel like everything starts to slow down. and your brain goes fuzzy. And the second one just taps your nose, and you can tell that he wasn't prepared that the first one would actually land. So he followed up the second one with a tap. And you feel suddenly unable to move. You're stunned.
Oh, he's a monk.
Fuck. Okay, fine.
And then he's gonna grin wildly and follow it up with 2 strikes towards your ribs instead.
Okay. Can I mentally connect with him?
Yeah.
And basically say, you little fucker.
You're funny. It's been a while since I fought someone who could take a beating. First one is a 14.
Is that still reckless because it's the next round, isn't it?
No, but you're stunned.
Oh yes, good point. 14 will hit, yeah. The 13 won't.
Yep. So another 3.
Okay.
And he's gonna back away from you, pull out his arms, and then basically go at you.
Okay. I assume that's a con save, is it then, to kind of come out of the stun?
No. End of his turn.
End of his turn.
That said, thank you for reminding me, he's gonna do another 2 flurry of blows. Another flurry of blows.
No, this is the first
19.
one was true.
Yeah, flurry. Yeah, flurry of blows. Yes. So
Flurry of
19.
blows.
So another 3.
Okay.
And then he backs away from you. And you feel that sensation of not being able to do anything just fade.
Cool. Well, 2 can play at that game, and I'm gonna rage. And I'm gonna step in. And
Alright.
I'm gonna he's pissed. So he's recklessly gonna attack again.
Okay. 23 will hit. And 25.
Smacky.
So that would be 7 to 8 each hit this time, because
Yeah.
of the extra. Yeah.
Both hit lands, and you see him reeling slightly.
It's like one of those anime punches where he just take like one stepping lunge and then he just kind of reaches out with both fists at the same time.
Yeah.
And smacks them both into his, like, one into the chest and one into the solar plexus, the abdomen.
Both of them land, and you just feel something give in his sternum, and Gas just coughs for a moment and then spits. And he's not having a great day. You broke something. I also need you to make me a wisdom save.
Okay, I have advantage on wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm.
19.
I like the fact that you have advantage on that on this.
The Kalistar benefit.
Yep.
The irony, it hasn't passed me by. They're just saying.
No. Mitigating the one weakness that barbarians have.
Well, both of them really. Like,
Yeah.
psychic from a Kalistar. Yeah.
Yeah. But you feel
said-
that heat start building again. And all around you, on your knuckles, you see a kind of purplish white red start growing out. And you feel like at the tip of your fingers, almost like talons curling over your fingers. You managed to shake off that flaming rage, the all-encompassing one. But it's like, okay. The bugbear Gast goes, looks at you for a moment, bit questioning back and forth, and then shit. See, like, coughing blood running from his nose. Oh shit! You can throw a punch. Sorry to disappoint. And he's going to do another. Yeah, he can just about do that. It's gonna throw another 2, 14, and dirty 20.
Yep, both hit.
For 3 each, halved of 1, because you're raging. And then he's going to do offhand stunning strike for natural 20.
Yep.
Oh no.
For a total of 6, halved to 3, and you need to do a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna burn my inspiration because I haven't used it for a couple of sessions, and I got a 14 instead.
You needed a 13.
Yes.
So you feel that same sensation come over you, and then just shake
like
off.
The rage kind of builds back up, and just as if to go, I'm shaking this off. Yeah.
Yeah. The bugbear goes, fuck. Alright. Oh, I'm seeing 2 of you, so bring it.
Just to be clear, like, Remus will say this, I'm obviously going to win this fight. So, are you sure you don't want to stop now whilst you can still stand and enjoy your ale?
Give me a persuasion check.
I really want to roll low.
He's like,
Oh, no.
That was the best persuasion roll of today, just
yes.
saying.
He looks at you for a moment. You can see he's probably seeing 4 of you. And just spits on the ground and just... Never back down in my life.
Okay, you asked for it. Just to also be really clear, this is definitely an attempt at non-lethal, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. 23.
That hits.
26.
Yeah.
So
You
there's
don't
another
even have to
14
roll
damage.
damage on it. He had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
See, I kind of had this sense that he was down on 1.
Yeah.
I'm very low. I was like, yeah.
He started out at half your hit points. Like, his max is half your max.
Oh, wow. So I've got down to 28 hit points, so I probably have the same amount of hit points he started with. Is that where you're getting from? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
How
you
much?
just
to
hit
be
him
fair,
and
you
just...
were whittled down good. I mean, you had a lot left, but you know, if a couple of misses and he would have just continued whittling at that point. That.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I enjoy this.
You land your last strike, and you see his eyes just glaze over as he just falls into the snow. And you look over, and like there's blood he's coughed up around the matted fur in his face. And he just lies there, just not moving. He's still breathing, but he's not moving.
Remus turns to Oren and goes, I think I hit him a bit too hard. Could you help him back up, please, once you finished your fish?
Yes, dear.
And then he will turn to walk away into the cold because he doesn't
you're
trust
not getting
that the
away.
raid is... No. So he's gonna he's gonna start walking away because he's just like, I just need a moment.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course, dear. And he's going to wander over to the now injured bugbear and cast its 2nd level healing word.
Okay.
Just, okay. Up on your feet, soldier. You're all right. So that's 2d4 plus
Okay. Yeah, he looks up and he's like, was I hit by a bull?
So 6. So 9 healing.
Nice.
No, just one of my boys, dear.
Alright. Cause that looked like a flaming bull and it hurt like one.
Oh, yes.
Was he on fire?
Possibly a little bit. Not sure what that was.
Alright then.
I'll go find him and make sure he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There should be a ale for you when you go inside.
Oh, thanks. He gets up, stumbles a little bit, coughs a couple of times, just wipes his nose a bit. That was fun though. Wish I could have done more.
You held your own pretty well.
He looks to you, Romulus, and just, brother.
Yep.
Right. Fuck, he can hit.
He can. He can. He's had practice.
I can tell. Oh, I'm rusty. I need to practice more. And he stumbles in, walks up to... You can see him walking up to the counter and just talking, grabbing something. Cryon, you see the bugbear come in, walking up to the counter and says, "As promised an ale." Sarah just... I'm glad we didn't promise you a hearse. Hands him an ale. He takes it, sits back down in the seat, and just sways a little bit in his seat.
Goodness.
Yeah, Remus, as you walk away, you can still feel that heat, like in your entire skin, and for a moment, it's almost too hot. But it's like, you know that when you sink into a warm bath when you're a little bit chilled, it's not hot enough to
Right.
actually damage you, but it hurts.
Yeah. Pins and needles kind of thing.
Yeah, and like that whole wash, you feel the snow around you. It's not melting, but it feels like it should. And you look down into your hands, it's covered in that purple-red flame. Just at the surface, and those talons are just curling.
Talons?
Yeah, talons that seem to curl around Remus' hand. And
Yeah. So he's purposely making sure his back is to the building, and he's kind of like
Yeah.
holding his hands up to kind of keep them hidden, as
Yeah.
if to try looking at them as if to go like, well, he is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you wearing the goggles, or did you leave them?
they'll be like around his neck or like up on his forehead, so he wouldn't be wearing them.
Yeah.
But he'll have them available. So he's just walked out into like the darkness kind of thing.
Okay. So
If it's gone completely night.
you look at your hands in the dark, and where you expect like a simple sheen over your hand, you can see them as if it's daylight. Like the whole area around you is clear as day. It has a slight grayscale shift to it, but it's clear.
Does it look similar to when he wears the goggles then?
Yes.
Is it almost as if he has developed or is
Yeah.
somehow developing?
And looking
vision.
up, you see a lot further than you do with the goggles.
What the fuck is going on?
And then,
Look at Mr. Flamey Boy over here.
as your rage fades, so does the dark vision. And the flames on your hands seem to fade away as well.
So
Okay.
once that sort of starts to fade, Ern
Yep.
is going to approach cautiously, just and yeah, there's still people around, so just are you
Mhm.
yourself again, dear?
Yeah, but I don't know what that was, and to be fair, it's kind of starting to freak me out.
I mind link with him and say, "Did you want to talk about it in private?"
I'll let you know.
Are you ready for some healing?
Oh, I'm good. I quite enjoyed that. In fact, I could probably do the whole thing all over again.
Okay, you're okay though.
Yes.
I mean, you're technically only half dead.
Well, come on then, I'll get you another drink.
Yep.
At which point,
Sounds good.
Cryon could quite possibly talk to the other half of you.
Yes. All right. You rejoin Kraran inside the.
A new spell of
Pub.
whisper to wounded.
While this has all been going on,
Yep.
you know, Aaron ate his food. Has he been able to finish that splint that he was working on, would you say?
Give me another sleight of hand check.
Yes, I can try that. I've got a cat, just his paws are wrapped around my neck and his mouth is trying to touch my mouth. It's disgusting.
Uh-huh. Hi, kitty.
That's what my one's doing. If I wanted to use
That's
this
a
hand, I
15.
cannot.
Fit of 15. Yeah, you can just about finish up the
Excellent.
last of it in this.
So
time.
yeah, he's going to buy a round of drinks for everybody and then get himself a milk. And present this splint to our new friend. Just injury. So this could help with your mobility, dear.
Oh. Oh. Thank you. What do you want for it?
Nothing. It's a gift.
Oh.
I enjoy
Right.
working with my hands, knitting, crochet, that kind of thing. And
Huh.
Stabbing people.
when I can help, I do.
Oh, thank you. And shuffles it on, and you can see, like, even though, like, his hand was free, as he shuffles it onto his hand, and it grips him, you see, like, almost, like, a very visible sense of just relief. As it corrects his hand a bit. He doesn't have to work to keep it properly in line. And just
No, it's not a cure, but it should help a little.
yeah. Does, thank you. Like you.
Oh, I like you too. Don't mention it though. Just a little gift. Didn't take long.
Oh, it's very nice, very nice. Oh, yeah, thanks. I'll hope you enjoyed the rest of the evening. It looks a little bit flustered, like, meh, I don't know what to do now. Help. And it's just gonna, wander off. Just, you see him
Aaron is quite pleased with himself.
poking the stitching of it and just and yeah.
Oren's definitely going for a man in every town.
Yes.
Not as a little old lady, he's not. You know, this is
Well.
a literal disguise. Basically, you know, if he'd gotten her frock off, you know, if he'd gotten Nana's frock off, he'd have gotten quite a surprise. Because underneath that, there is an elf man.
Fair. Very fair. All right. Anything else you want to do before taking your rest?
No,
All right.
Nana is full of fish and milk. She's ready to go to bed.
Okay. That could be interpreted wrong, as everything
That's
else we
a
do.
sentence.
Jason, microbiologist, could you please roll me a d4?
Kitty.
A differ, as we call
Yes,
it
a
in the
differ.
business.
A D4, please. So, exclamation point roll space D4 or 1D4. I don't remember what the command is.
Both works. If you omit the number, it assumes 1 because it's
Okay.
it does a divisor and then adds 1.
Yeah. So a 1. Nice. All right. You find your beds in the upper floors of this pub. It's still a bit loud below you, but not too bad. It seems like a lot of people are wandering off as the night gets late, or the evening gets late. Am I, what's your sleeping arrangement? Same as it usually is, or are you switching it up?
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to assume. So yeah.
So elves in one room, Kalastar in one room.
Yes.
Yes.
We like
Yep.
to keep it separated.
Okay.
Those two wake up after 4 hours. We need our beauty sleep.
That is very fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you are falling into the trance, Oren, your breathing slows and everything calms like you're used to. You can hear the wind whistling around the corners of this building and the slow murmur of people below in the pub area thinning out as the night progresses. It's a couple of hours into the trance, and you feel yourself shake a bit, as if you dozed off. Something you haven't done in decades. Something you haven't really done other than when you were hurt and knocked out. But you see yourself standing in a gray room all around you. The floor is like a what's that called? Gradient. Everything is in a gradient of dark grays. And you hear the grinding of glass behind you. Spinning around, you find yourself standing in a space that is covered in standing stained glass windows that seem to taper off towards the top, like all around you. There's a light shifting behind each, casting beams through the glass, giving the floor a rainbow hue where you're standing. And where the gray was, it's kind of like a gray, like a deep gray purple that is formed from these layers of color from the stained glass windows. And then you hear a sound that you are so familiar with. The clacking of bone dice on a hard surface. Right behind you.
Why do I feel like I'm in trouble?
You whip around, and the purple floor stretches out far beyond you, way farther than your dark vision could ever hope to see. And the perspective of these large stained glass panes seem to narrow down the further you go from you until a pinprick point. You can hear laughter from that point. Like the light laughter of a young boy? No. That's the laughter of an old woman. No, wait, that's a laughter of a young... No, an older man. Kind of hard to tell. It's happiness, joy.
Maybe not so much trouble. All right.
You feel... yeah, what do you do?
Yep. Oh, he's going to try and walk toward the sound.
Okay. You walk towards the sound and you hear clacking of heels. You look down and your clothing is completely white. Nice cut suit. Nice, like very well made pants. And white colored leather dress shoes. Each step clicks against the floor as if you're walking on stone. Still that kind of gradient, gray-purple color. You look up, and there, where two enormous window panes come together, is a small wicker fence, just a few feet long, that comes to a fence gate. Just standing there.
He will walk through the gate if it opens. If
Okay.
it doesn't, he'll hop over it.
Yeah, you walk up and touch the fence gate and it just swings open. Without you even having to push it. And on your head you feel something heavy just suddenly there. Doesn't hurt, it's just a weight on your head.
Well, that's a thing.
And you look up and it's a
Elvish
flower
stuff.
crown.
Oh. Okay.
You take another
I like
couple of
flowers.
steps and a mantle falls over your shoulders. It swooshes behind you, encompassing still that white suit, but it seems to wrap you, almost hug you. And the mantle and the cloak with it is made out of autumn leaves.
Ah.
Take another few steps and the weight seems like it seems to shift slightly in the wind. There's no wind. It moves with your movement. It's back and forth with each step. And then movement in the corner of your eye. First to your right, and then to your left, and back to your right again, as if darting back and forth in front of your path.
So basically, Oren now looks like he's watching a tennis match.
Yeah, basically. It seems like something quick is moving back in front of your path.
Excellent. Just, hello?
You say that, and the movement stops in front of you, in your path. And right on the edge of your dark vision stands a figure, just stock still. Back to
Oren
you.
will approach.
Okay. You approach, and as you move closer, you're just 60, 50 feet, 40 feet. When you're 30 feet from it, the figure turns around, and you see shimmering black armor. Like, as if it's been polished. And it's made of some form of glittering or I don't know what that stone's called in English, but it's basically like a black stone.
Obsidian?
No, not obsidian, like some form of
Onyx.
no, it's like quartz crystal in like gneiss or granite. That kind of shimmering, glittering stone.
Basalt.
close to basalt.
Either which way.
Yeah, either which way. It looks kind of stone with flecks of crystal in it, like tiny, tiny, tiny flecks of crystal. Makes it shimmer in the light.
Tourmaline?
Could be. It's not a precious stone. It's, but yeah, the figure looks around and you see a very.
Let's call it Blackstone.
Yes, let's call it Blackstone. Very handsome, chiseled face that seems to mirror your own in look. It's very clearly elven or fey in look.
Hello, Anson.
And the rugged beard that comes to a very fine goatee point, and dark gray eyes. Looks at you, gives a grin, and then takes a knee in front of you. Sword down into the floor.
Oh, I don't think we know each other quite that well.
Figure looks up at you, and in a tone you're not entirely sure if it's mocking you or praising you. The Fey man sneers, "Green Lord," and then vanishes in
Green Lord.
like dark grey smoke. And you're jostled awake at the end of your trance with
Oof.
an intense feeling of being hunted.
Oh, shit.
It's still dark. You get a feeling that, okay, you managed to finish the trance, you managed to get the rest, but you still have that feeling, that intense sensation of being prey.
This is not a new sensation to Oren. He's a wanted man.
Yeah.
He's probably got a bounty. But he's just going to go, oh, shit, as he wakes up.
Yep.
I think I'm in trouble.
You say that out loud?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
On coming out of his trance. Just, oh, shit, I think I'm in trouble. Oh, no. Not again.
Craren, you would, unless you went into the trance much later, you would also be coming out at this point, and you hear Oren say that.
Considering we are sleeping at the same place at a
Yeah.
not outside thing, I'm going to assume we just went to trance land.
Yep. So you would be coming out hearing that from Oren?
Are you quite okay there?
So I had a trance-induced incident.
A trance-induced incident.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's... well... There's some things I haven't told you. And, well... I think I'm in some deep dung right now. As he proceeds to explain everything that just happened during his trance to Craren.
Alright. Craren, could you give me a perception check?
Perception check.
Mm-hmm. Not a very high DC. Yeah, more than enough.
For a change. That's a good roll.
Yeah. With a 20, as Oren is talking to you about this and explaining, you can see there's something stuck in his hair. It's kind of pointing out a little bit out of his normally very well-kept hair.
You got something in your hair.
What? Yeah. And sort of
patting the top of his head, tries to grab it.
As you pat down, you feel a sharp pain both in your hand and in your scalp.
Ow.
And as you pull it out, it's a bramble thorn.
Ow.
How did you?
Well, there was a flower crown. Maybe there was a... I don't know.
Do you oftentimes carry physical objects from your trance into not trance land?
Not really. Has he ever done that before?
Not to your memory, no.
Just not that I recall. I think this is the first time. He's going to very gently sort of reach across and try and give Craren the bramblethorn to have a look at.
Yeah, it's you can easily hand it over.
And
Yeah,
is it
if
just a bramble thorn?
yeah, it looks like
More of a as it has manifested from quote unquote thin air.
can give me a nature or arcana check.
I like the arcana checks. That leaves me at least at that point I can have something higher than 0.
I mean, with a 16, there is a
I was going to give you bardic, but
nice. No, so you look it over, and there is definitely some form of like feeling to it. It looks like it could be like blackberry, raspberry, something like that. Just a regular bramble thorn. But it wasn't there before. And with a 16 arcana check, you do recall there are some manifestations that might happen in very intense circumstances. But as far as you know, this ain't it. And it could also be, also with the 16.
Intense circumstances and immediately avoiding the topic. Yeah, that doesn't leave any.
No, that
room for
immediately
interpretation.
leads you to the Fae, where intense emotions manifest physical objects. Or can do that.
Craren will relay this question back that when you've been talking about I mean you as a group has been talking about Fae people and Fae creatures you run into, would this necessarily have how to phrase this been a natural thing that could have happened to you before at different places?
I haven't had a lot of dealings with the Fae, but I'm not going to say that I've had none. That most notably would probably have been the incident in the pit. You remember the incident with the pit in the dungeon yesterday? With the blood and the shade and the...
That thing.
Yeah, I think that was pretty Fae-ish. Though it could just be that I've pissed off someone else, or maybe not. He's going to sort of stop for a second. Forefinger and thumb on the bridge of his nose. Take a deep breath. Let it out in a long sigh. And just go... There are several things that I could have pissed off. And
the Fae down that hole was just one of them.
Would it narrow it down at least?
Narrow it down for sure. But can I distinctly say either way? I'll have to think on it. And sort of rubs his chin like he's stroking an invisible beard as he's trying to ponder this. What would he have to roll to figure this out? Figure out which deity, Fae being, or whatever this might be related to, considering his current predicament.
You could give me a religion check.
Oh, religion.
No.
I would have thought history to remember what has been.
If
transpiring
you,
over
yeah,
time.
you can go. You will get different information if you choose religion or history.
I think he'll go religion. I've got a +0 to both, so
Okay.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you don't really like. More than being reminded that there are stories of Fae being able to manifest things from their emotions, like the whole Fae realm is basically just built, created, and rebuilt by the intense emotions of Fae lords. Now I can't really remember what it's called.
Now, they called him Green Knight, did they?
Green Lord.
Green Lord.
Yes.
Oh no. Just, right. Oh, shit.
So yeah, the
Is that like a normal version of absinthe?
the Feywilds in Eberron is called Thelanis.
Okay.
It's basically it's also known as the Fairy Court. So it's the Feywilds. But
Okay.
other than what Cryer reminded you of, you can't really think of anything that would narrow it down.
But this probably has nothing to do with the goddess in his head.
You don't think so? No.
No. Just,
The
yeah, I
dice
don't think-
definitely were like the sound of
Yeah.
laughter and the dice rolling. Yes.
Yeah, so I think it was several things then. The whole thing with the Fae, different to the dice, so I know what that is. Shit. I don't know if I pissed her off or pleased her, but I know what that is. The other stuff, all I can think is that I've angered something by feeding that pit.
Interesting. Multi-layer cake, this one.
You don't know the half of it.
We don't need to have all the answers right now, but just
Yeah.
keep it in mind. And I'm sure things will pan out.
Yeah, when the other two wake up, I should probably let them know what's happening, at least to the best of my ability, because I could be putting you all in danger now.
At this point, how long have we been talking? More of a, what the hell do we do with the remaining time? Because we have sleepyheads in our party.
Yeah. So I'd say that you've probably been talking for both of you do the trance thing for about a little over 4 hours, and then you talked for another couple of hours. So it's gonna be another couple of hours before the other two. Well, if they absolutely have to get up, they would have completed a long rest by now. But I'm pretty sure both of them would be rather grumpy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to check off a long rest real quick.
Yes, both of you get a long rest.
And, yep, he's going to leave them to sleep until they awaken naturally this time, so they do not get grumpy.
So yeah, a long rest you can complete in 6 hours if two of and another 2 hours of light activity.
And talking.
Yeah, talking
shooting shit
counts.
is light activity.
I mean,
Oh dear.
So yeah, you have another 2 hours to kill before the others wake up.
Oh, gods.
question
Yes.
to Oren. Actually,
Yeah.
player. More than anything.
Yep.
You captured some blue flames.
Yeah.
You handed that to Remus, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you?
Just figured.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Oren
Oh.
said, "But here, have this one because you can't see." Things of the sort.
Just in case your goggles ever break
Yeah.
or get
Yeah.
lost.
Oh, I have not put that on my character sheet.
Yep. You've got a little bottle of blue flame.
Yeah. Player was just thinking that maybe that would have been something to look closer at this point. As a to keep yourself occupied, just to see what the heck is this non-attached to otherwise things living self-sustaining blue flame bits.
Yeah. I mean, you
But
can
if it-
try
but
to
if it-
sneak in and take it.
No,
Nah.
no. it
That was a
wouldn't.
gift.
That
Yes.
also didn't work the last time you tried it either.
That is also true.
That was a
is
gift, and I
also-
don't really want to be cloven in two by a bloody battle axe. Or smushed by a warhammer. Again.
All right.
You don't want. You're saying you don't want to smoosh? What?
No, I'm saying I don't want to smoosh a warhammer.
Ah, you meant like that.
That's an important distinction.
I mean, we got 2 hours to kill if you're...
I mean, Krarin is one for equal opportunity.
All right then. So,
However, at the same time, should we wake our neighbors up?
probably not.
What, you can't be quiet?
I mean, I take that as a challenge.
Just as the layout of the second floor, it has 4 rooms and what looks like a small kind of closet thing. So it's the 2 rooms that you have. It's what looks like where Sarah lives, and another room that is for rent. And then a closet-like storage room in between.
Excellent.
So, I mean,
Nice.
however you want to spend the remaining 2 hours, eventually the Kalashtar twins wake up on their own, light spilling in from under the door.
I'm going
And
to
you-
assume that walking down for breakfast, there will be a slightly silly grin on Krarin and Oren, respectively.
Aaron looks a little more ruffled than usual.
I mean, sure. Breakfast, it would be salted pork and porridge.
Excellent.
Oh, good stuff.
As I come downstairs,
Yeah.
I look at the 2 of them and be like, "Oh, you're looking a bit red-faced. So you got fevers?"
No,
No, if I-
we have thermal cubes in our room. You don't.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. We're alright.
Remus?
Yeah. Aaron just sort of whistling through his thing.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh no.
With a 15 perception, there is definitely a bit more spring in the step of the 2 elves.
And what was for breakfast, sorry? Pork
Porridge and
and
salted pork.
sit down with his porridge and salted pork and said, so which one of you two had sausage this morning?
Unlike you, we have gymnastics in the morning.
Aaron just winks. That's what we like to know.
Oren,
Should have been there.
yeah.
I mean, you're going through this party like anybody's business.
I'm a bard.
Very true. You
All right.
ask.
And since everybody is up and at breakfast, he's going to cast Aid on the three of you.
All right. So the three of you have your hit point maximum increased by 5.
10.
10? You upcasting it?
Yeah, to get three of you, yes.
Okay, yeah. So 10.
Yeah.
And you would heal, but you're full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your hit point maximum increases by 10.
Are you sure you don't want to, like, mechanically, you don't want to give that to yourself, Oren? Because...
Nope,
Barbarian.
I'm good. It makes more sense to give it to the barbarian, who then gets a 20-point health point buff.
Fair enough. We'll use it wisely. There's another bar fight when I need it.
All right.
I'm going to assume that could also be arranged.
Probably.
Nothing like a bar fight in the morning.
Why roll 20?
Well,
Why?
you two-
Why do you... Okay, never mind.
Well, you two have already had a bit of rough and tumble, so why can't I?
I mean,
Oh, I love how roll 20 likes to dox me.
nothing is stopping.
Itchy.
Is stopping you, Remus? Just saying. Should you find a fighting partner at that point? By all means.
I'm gonna rejoin as a player. You don't see Daniel this morning. You only see Sarah at the bar looking over at you. It's 4 of you, Sarah and another younger man sitting in a corner nursing something that looks hot and steaming.
Ooh.
Nice.
But other
I
than
like
that,
my men how I like my porridge, hot and strong. In a plastic cup.
once again, Sarah's looking at 5 of you in the room and just looking straight at Craren. Just, do you want to earn some more money?
Humor me.
Tried to batten down Silence's house yesterday. Can't get the bloody door open. You're one of them magic types, aren't you?
I could be.
100 gold says you can take that door down, find out what she's hiding, and bring it back.
What do you say, lads?
Remus smacks his head against the table
I'm down, dear.
and says, and like you hear this muffled voice from like where he's sitting, and it just says,
No, another fucking door.
Oh god, that's...
Is there anyone around for Remus to have some friendly, let's call it banter with, while other people are looking at doors?
It's
"Look,
pretty early.
I mean, Remus, feel free. You can have a pint. You can have 2 pints. You can have 3 pints. You don't have to look at doors. We would appreciate your company, but also understand if you don't feel the deep urge to visit doors.
It's not so much the deep urge to visit doors. After all, I have a character that I play on occasion that loves a door. It's more how long it's going to take you to decide how to open it when brute force is obviously sometimes the best result.
I would be more than happy to let you use your foot key.
He hasn't yet
Okay.
come across a door that hasn't been solved via brute force.
Let me.
I mean, which is true. Which is true. We have narrowly escaped bomb blocks, but other than
Yes.
that, you know.
Sarah looks
But
between the four of
Remus
you
doesn't know
again
that.
and just goes, "Don't get me wrong. I don't care how you get that door down. We tried to just get inside.
You don't care how?
No.
You want inside.
Yes, we couldn't get inside.
Okay.
One of our guys.
Monsieur Remy?
No, one of our guys took a pickaxe to that door and it bounced off.
Oh. Ah.
Now,
Yes.
you have your... I'm going to assume, because you're walking with heavily armored who beat the shit out of Gast yesterday. I don't even know. I'm going to guess that Oren turned into Nanny Knits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before he came down.
So you have brute force over here. You have Grandma. And we have two twigs. You have survived this long. So I'm gonna assume.
Can Craren just completely for tits and pickles
Mhm.
get a green acid chromatic orb and just casually roll around between his fingers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just to have it there and roll it around, not do anything with it.
Guy ready like an eldritch blast or something.
Yeah.
So that.
I assumed as much. Shit. Well,
Just what should you do with that acid? Because I'm sure that they would like these tables to remain intact.
yes. You hurt the table, you pay for him. But, saw your group, we tried to break it with force.
Okay.
If
First
you
of all-
throw him against the door, it might work, she says to Remus. And points to
where's
Craren.
where's the house? Where's the house?
House
Old
is...
battering ram.
Well, you step out the door, you see the big-ass building standing on its own next to a tree. That's the one. She points to this building.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Just get
Now-
inside.
Okay. Now, first question. To DM
Yes?
as player.
Mhm.
Does this building perchance happen to have a window?
Yes, several.
Good.
It has 3 of them.
Does
Excellent.
it have a chimney?
Does.
It even does on the map.
Yes, it does.
How wide is the chimney?
How wide is the window?
With some oil assistance, you could probably get Craren or Romulus through a window. The chimney is big enough
Small
for
window.
Elos to go down.
We could get Elos to kind of get her down.
Question.
Yes.
Can we see through the window?
Well, so you're walking up to the house.
Yeah. Can we see
But-
through the window?
Before we go outside to start investigating the house, can I just turn to? Did you say it was Sarah was the barkeep?
Yes.
I just say, so how much of the house needs to be standing once we finished? Because you just want to get inside, right?
As long as it doesn't completely fall in.
it should be in a vaguely usable
Yeah.
state.
So, no load-bearing walls. Everything else is fair game.
So,
Crispy.
question is, can we see
No.
through the window?
The windows are slightly frosted over, like frosted up, and it is dark inside. You can just about see inside, but not really make out any details.
Can Craren see anything inside, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, which window are you going through? I have a map for you. For that.
You have a map for us? Nice. Put us there.
Yes, I will.
No.
So, since you have decided to go there, let me move you to the map.
Thank you.
And of course, I missed the hole so you can see in through the door. For some reason, I don't know why. Okay, so.
I am on a completely black screen at the moment.
Yeah, let me
Yes.
fix that for a moment.
Okay, sorry.
It is very
No,
black.
it's your dark vision thing. And it's
Oh,
day,
you mean
so-
the part where it just casually doesn't apply it? That one?
Yeah, that one.
That's mildly disturbing, actually, or annoying.
So you do. Well, you should
okay,
be
so
able
we're
to
outside
see.
the thing. Yeah.
I'm still gonna give you dark vision because you have the goggles at night, but it is morning, so you should be able to see.
But yeah, you should
I
be
can see
able
that,
to
it's fine.
vaguely look in through this window.
I see
Yeah.
a door and a quaint little bench.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh.
But looking in through the window, you can see with the light
And
from
Craren
the.
just wipe off the frost and just look inside.
Yes. So inside, you see a darkened room with a single table, a wardrobe, and what looks like water. The bubbles are coming up out of.
Let me in.
Well, as you standing there looking through the window, that's what we're gonna pick up next time.
No, Craren misty steps inside the building. Because
Okay.
he can see it.
All right. Yes. Okay. You
As-
are
as-
inside.
Yes, as such, unlocks the door from the inside.
All right. You walk up to the door. You unlock the door from the inside, and as you do, you feel like a swirling of arcane power as you unlock it. But Dad, no wait, hold on. Give me a perception check as you have unlocked the door.
We're in trouble.
P for perception?
Yes,
Perception?
with a natural 20.
Going to assume that that works.
For 22, as you unlock the door and that rustling of arcane energy fades away, you hear rustling and giggling and movement from just over your right shoulder in this area. And that is where we're going to wrap this session.
Excellent.
Oh no.